Swales, the permaculture game and property design simulation water catchment release. It's going to run us through the new additions and just talk about it real quick. This is still very early, so there's a lot of placeholder stuff. Multiplayer does not exist. Let's start with the roof rain gauge map. This is placeholder, what you're seeing right here. This one is exciting, very exciting, because it's actually a useful tool and kind of fun to play with. But first, in case you're trying to figure out how to use this thing while watching this, the movement keys are not WASD, they are RDFG. That's right, Rebel. Due to a bug in Voxel plugin, which is the amazing plugin we use to modify terrain, the little wall I built here and packaged does not exist in the release. So first things first, you're going to have to do that. If you've used this before or been watching before, you'll notice that we've got a much smaller brush. Thought that was a nice improvement. And gone are the enormous half spheres up and down. Now we just have a bigger brush for those. So right there you can see how fun it can be to play around with this stuff. These lines are just topo lines. Get rid of them. All this is new. These buttons was this ugly stuff down here. Still a little bit of stuff here that needs to go. But I've tried to make it so that everything is a lot easier to understand visually. So the purpose of this map is to look at these tanks to put in your roof size and rainfall amount per year or month or whatever you want, and hit go and cut a line to whichever of these tanks you want to fill up and just see what size they are, how much they're filling. The people who are subscribing at the moment are using gallons, most of them. I guess there's one who's not. So I'm going to list these tank sizes in gallons. 100,000, 50,000, 20,000, 10,000, 5,000, 1,000, and 500. So let's say that you have a big house and a small amount of water. We're going to go 13 inches material units, 3,200 square feet, and hit start. So that's going to start going. And I already know about how much that is, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. But of course, your house is different. Your house is, and your rain amount is different. Little line to kind of make it come in quicker. Another little line here. And then that is filling this 20,000 up quite quickly. And it's actually going to overfill. I know that. So once we get close, I'm going to close it off. And you can kind of see with this like moving water around sort of play how this could be not just useful, but also entertaining. Let the water flow. So fun. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Next up is the mostly flat sandbox. It's mostly flat because I wanted to have a tiny bit of variance in there. I didn't want it to be 100% plain. For the many people who have mostly flat terrain, that way they can just mock it up themselves and we don't even have to do it manually. Don't have to import, don't have to get the topo, anything like that. So I'm also going to show a couple of the other features that haven't been demoed in video yet, and that would be planting and building. So I live in a house that is about 7 meters by 9 meters. These are 3 meters each, so that's as close as we're going to get until I put in smaller pieces. So let's just build a little pretend house. That way we can pretend with the runoff coming off of the top. That's not what I want to do. Let's break. What I want to do is build it up a little beforehand. It's going to be a little hard to do until new, better brushes from Voxel plugin come out. And hopefully I can get the foundations to accept this weirdness. There are plans for way better raising and lowering terrain brushes. They just, at the moment, let's make a garden over here. Go ahead and run water this. One day you'll be able to get the water off your house using gutters and everything, but for the moment, we're going to build it like this, which you would never want to do. Go flood yourself. Yeah, all right, let's try that. So let's plant some plants. We're going to have it's right here. Then we're also going to put some, just so you can see the plants are already in, and they need rain. So let's give them 1 millimeter of rain. That should go across the entire, this is a 40-acre map. And it's starting to water them. It's like it's watering these lower ones faster because the water, you can, I mean, it's 1 millimeter, right? So it should be soaking in the future. It'll be just soaking in. You won't even see when 1 millimeter of rain hits. So we got plants starting to grow. The one on top isn't getting as much. This one's fine. And isn't that fantastic? Okay, the first garden was really lumpy and unsightly. We're going to make the second row right here. This one's going to full of some water. 2 millimeters of water. Look at this poor guy up top, not getting any water. So that's a start. Then a little demo of where this is headed. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Come support us on patreon.com/permaculturegame if you would like to get a copy of this build right now, or you just want to see where this is going and help it get there. I'll also be putting a link to the Discord channel, which has much more regular updates, almost real time sometimes. Well, here's a little bonus content. I was chatting with one of our patrons and got their total roof size, including outbuildings, porches, that sort of stuff. And their sadly very small amount of rainfall each year. And so I thought I would just record this so that they could see it and they could see the result and everybody could see this in action. Let's make our little wall. I don't know where this one, how big this is actually going to be. Let's go to Imperial, 6 inches of yearly rainfall. Ouch. But 2,160 square feet. And so that's going to be 8,000 gallons a year off their roof. Not a lot. That's this one right here. That's dry. Seco. But let's fill up this tank anyway. You know what? 1,000 gallons is 8,000 gallons. There we go. Since I happen to know there was also an enormous body of water right nearby, perhaps improvements in other forms would be more beneficial than trying to catch that 8,000 gallons. But that's the beauty of a tool like this. Lets you strategize and visualize. Okay, I'll say the thing I forgot to say before. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share this to everybody on the planet. Thanks for watching.